right, welcome movers. We have our Pilates class today, Pilates 3 of the 4-week challenge. My name is Midnight, and I am happy to move with you today, get into our spine, our core, our joints, and just feel lighter and longer by the end of the session, hopefully. If you want to build some foundations before hitting this class, check out the Pilates 1 and Pilates 2 class. I will put the class links in the description so you can join there to just get some basic moves before we move a little bit faster and add on to those moves in this class. Today you will need a mat or something to lay down on, and of course your handy dandy rolled up towel if you need a little extra assistance. Even if you don't use the rolled up towel, go ahead and grab something, a pillow or something you can squeeze in between your knees, because we will be using that in this class as well. All right, let's do this thing. Pilates 3, let's go. Whoo! All right, start by rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Go to that Pilates V, heels together, toes apart, little V in the feet. Just notice how your body's feeling today. Do a body scan, breathe into the lungs, see if anything's stiff or sore or crunchy. Go the other way. If you're feeling heavy or light or whatever it is, just take some time to check in with the body and connecting to ourselves, preparing our minds and our bodies for the work ahead. Feel heel lifts up and down. We also use this movement to kind of check in at the beginning of class versus the end of class. So I'm just seeing how it feels. Try not to judge it, just noticing. Maybe it's a little bit harder to hold your balance today. Maybe it's feeling a little stickier or heavier than usual. Or not. You can lower it down. Step to one edge of the mat. Cross one foot over the other. Stack your arms, genie arms. Bend down, go down as low as you can, knowing you have to stand back up again. Then switch over to the other side. We're doing our sit to rise test. Going down, trying to bend all the way down. We're not quite sitting yet, but we will. Halfway through, change your arms, so arms are crossed the other direction. You go down as far as you can. Maybe that's only this far. It's a little curtsy. That's great. Once you get to the end of your mat, go all the way down, trying without your hands to sit down onto your bottom. If you need to use your hands, go for it. Again, it's just a little test to see where we are today. Curl yourself down. 1, 2, 3, connection of the core. 1, suck the belly button in. 2, push the lower back down onto the mat. 3, tuck the ribs down and in. All right, take your one knee up, other knee up, 90-degree angle. Start to dip those toes down and up, heating up the core. Lower back stays flush onto the mat, wrapping the muscles in and around. You're corseting through your midsection. And grab on to that pillow, to that towel. And if you don't have anything, that's okay. But if you do, put it in between your knees, squeeze your knees together, inner thighs zip in, curl head, neck, and shoulders up for the 100. Instantly extending the legs today. Pump. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 40. Keep squeezing in between the knees. 50. Can you lower any lower? Exhale. Keep going. Lower back is pressing onto the mat the entire time. Lengthen to the crown of the head. Exhale. 80. 2 more breaths. Exhale. Keep it a little bit lower. Last one. Exhale. 100. Bend the knees in. Take a little side rock, side to side. Towel can go underneath your back if you need it for that little extra assistance for your roll up. Extend the legs long, reach the arms overhead, flex the toes, curl yourself up. Reach towards your toes, round the spine, really trying to find a curve as much as you can in the back of your spine. Then roll down slow. peeling your spine down one vertebra at a time. Reach the arms overhead. Again, try not to lose momentum. Curl up. Oh. Now again, for those who have been doing Pilates with me, you know this is my hard. I have a difficult time flexing, rounding my spine forward. We all got our things, right? Curl. So that's why I need that little extra assistance from the towel. And this move feels a little more kerchunky to me than other Pilates moves. And maybe it does to you too, or maybe you're like, no, I got this one. But that swan dive, that gets me. Or that side kick, that gets me. And we all got our things. But it's usually the thing that's the most challenging is the thing that we probably need to do doing a little bit more. Okay. Ooh. Curl all the way down, right into our roll over. Hands go to your side. Actually, if you want to, you can keep the mat or keep the towel underneath, but just move it down from your lower back onto like your tailbone. So it's propping your cheeks up. Lift the toes up towards the ceiling and just try and lift your butt off of that towel. It's probably not gonna go very far. Don't let the toes come towards your head yet. Just see if you can engage the lower abs and do a little lift or try. Again, main word is try. Like you're trying to float the cheeks up off of the towel. As you do that, you can either stay there or you can start to bring the toes towards your head and find that actual float, at least for me. That's when I can actually push into my arms and float my hips up. I can stay here or go to the full rollover. Reach the legs all the way overhead. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Curl down slow. Don't smush the towel. Imagine that towel is delicate. You could break it. You could shatter it. So as you set the hips down, you have to do it slow and controlled. Easier said than done. Trying to breathe through this as well. Breathe, exhale, push. If you want to hang out for a second, you can. If you want to add support with your hands, you can as well. Try and breathe on the way down. One more for good measure. Inhale, exhale. Lift the hips up as high as you can. Can you get the toes a little bit closer to the floor back behind you? Lift the toes back up. Curl down, slow, slow, slow. Oh yeah, bend the knees, take that towel out, stretch the hamstrings one leg long, hook the other foot onto the towel if you need it for a little extra assistance, or just grab onto that leg. Lengthen out the back of that leg. I'm already sweating, already feeling that breath deepen. Let's switch over to the other side. Bring it up, hook that foot, and stretch. Single leg circles are next. Lengthen out the back of the hamstring before we go into them, because it should be work in the hamstring, single leg circles, but we want to focus mostly on our core and stabilizing. Let's switch over to the other side. Hands down, mat or towel down, leg goes up towards the ceiling, circle across the body, down, around, pause at the top. Flex the foot of that other leg, dig the heel into the floor, reach the top leg long, and stabilize through your body. Now do the next three a little bit faster. Good. Pausing at the top. Try to hit that same spot every time. Other way, slow first, around, pull the leg longer, cross it over, stop at the top. Try not to let your hips wobble. Try not to let your body wobble. Use your muscles to root into the mat as hard as you can. Speed them up for 3. Breathe 2. Last one. Good. Bring the knee in. Cross it over the midline. Give yourself a spinal twist. And switch to the other side. And moving through these exercises, at least it feels like it to me. Flex the toes of that bottom leg, extend the top leg, cross over the midline first, slow circles around. So if you want to move a little bit slower or have more of a breakdown of these exercises, checking out the Pilates 1 class, speed up the circles. I did a level 1 Pilates class a while back as well. That's a good one to do too. Other way, slow first, extend. Then as you start to get the movements in your body a little bit more, you're able to speed them up. Doesn't mean they're easier, and doesn't mean we lose control of them. You just move through them a little bit quicker. Speed it up for 3. Breathe, 2. Last 1. Bend the knee, cross it over. Because in the full, at least the way I learned it, the full level 4 mat Pilates class, there's 36 exercises that when we were tested, you had to perform all of them within an hour. So it's like you are flying through that thing. It is a cardio workout, but so good. All right, roll yourself into a little ball. Round the spine, that spinal flexion, grab onto your shins. Give yourself this little massage right here. I'm pressing my shins into my hands and pulling back onto the shins, really rounding the back. Make it a little bit bigger. Come all the way up to seated. Scoot to the end of my mat, rolling like a ball. Grab around the outside of the legs. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale on the way back. Exhale up. Try and find a balance. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Big thing here. We try not to use momentum. So not kicking the legs. I'm not kicking the legs back and then bringing them forward. That's going to really whiplash me up. I'm trying to keep the same shape the entire time. Again, easier said than done. I can tell, especially when I get tired, I have to resist the temptation of using momentum. 1 more. Find that massage to the back. Single leg circle or single leg stretch. 1 knee in, switch. Our ab series, it's a series of 5, and then move through them. 4, 3, 2, double leg stretch. Both knees in, lengthen out, hollow body, circle the arms, tuck in. Again, that 1, 2, 3 connection to the core as much as you can. Keep the belly button drawn in, lower back still presses onto the mat. 1 more. Scissor kicks. Extend, lengthen, pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse. Ooh, heard a little pop there. On that second pulse, I like to use my hands on the shin, on the calf, and lift higher. Pulse, lift higher. Lengthen the neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. A little break. Not really. Active rest break. Lift up and down. If you want to bend your knees here. Give a moment. Got 2 more exercises in the ab series. Hold the head up. Lower the legs down. Zip it through the midline. And lift. Now again, if you want that towel, put that towel underneath your tailbone. Gives you a little extra assistance to go down and up. But it's not about the range of motion here. So if I take this towel away, I maybe can't go down as low, but I feel it in my abs more. So that's what's important. It's not what it looks like. It's what it feels like. 2 more. Last 1. Lower back stays pressing into the mat. Press, press. Lift up. Crisscross. It's like a bicycle. But you try to keep lifted in the center. Lift through the center. Don't let the shoulders hit the ground. Again, easier said than done. Twist through the body. Try to get that elbow and armpit all the way over to the opposite knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, bring it in. Oh, should have felt a burn into the abs by then. And if you weren't, then it's a little indicator that you could have done that 1, 2, 3 connection of your belly button towards your spine deeper. But hopefully everyone is like, oh yeah, we felt that. We don't need any extra cues. Okay, rock and roll yourself up. Spine stretch forward, a little variation on this. Feet about hip width distance apart, flex the feet. So this is our posture exercise. I mean, they're all posture exercises, but this one specifically really is. Round the spine, that spinal flexion. Someone like punches you in the stomach, and you're trying to feel a stretch all the way down the back body. Then sit up tall, stack the spine, lift up. Again, round the spine. Also, it's a nice place where we can somewhat catch our breath, then lift up. So this kind of seems like a simpler exercise. It's almost like doing a cat-cow. I'm not leaning forward necessarily, at least in this variation. I'm just working the spine. Neck pull variation, put your hands behind your head, round the spine, let the elbows drop, feel a deep stretch in the back of the neck, and then I'm grabbing onto my head and I'm lengthening it. So I'm not pulling the head down, I'm lengthening it away from my body. Stack the spine up, open up the heart, go into a boss pose, kicking back in your big chair, elbows wide. Good. Bring the head up and over, lengthen it, round the spine, elbows drop forward, press that head and neck longer. Stack the spine up, open up to boss. Keep the core engaged. Last one. You might feel that your weight, you feel like you're gonna fall backwards. The core has to work to keep you upright. Yeah, stack the spine, feet together, hands together, spinal twist, draw the shoulders back, twist, look behind you, inhale, center, exhale, twist. Now use your eyeballs to look a little further. Inhale, center, exhale, twist, and use the eyes to go further, 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 further. Inhale, exhale. There is research found that moving your eyes side to side activates the vagus nerve, helps calm our nervous system, attune us from all of the chaos and the stress, use that other system to help realign us. So use your eyes, look further, further, further. Inhale, exhale. All right, open leg rocker. This is one that we don't do as often in class, so take a peek at what's going on. It's like rolling like a ball, but we're gonna balance on our tailbone and extend the legs. Try to keep the legs only about hip width distance or a little bit wider. Lift it through the heart, whoop, find that balance. Round the spine, and easier said than done. Round the spine, bring yourself back. Legs reach overhead like in that rollover position. Come up and try and find that balance. Inhale back, exhale up. Reach up through the heart. Inhale back, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale. And try not to use momentum. I can tell that my body wants to use momentum. So it really is trying to nail that top to balance. But maybe you fall over. Maybe you don't make it, like that one. You don't make it all the way up. That's okay. We're trying, right? Again, we're working with our bodies and creating an element of play as well. We're allowed not to nail it. We're allowed to laugh at ourselves. Last one, back, up, hold it at the top if you can. Bring the legs together, try and zip up into a teaser position. Open the legs up to saw. All right, legs go wider than the mat. I'm gonna turn this way just so you can see. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, arms out. Exhale, twist one direction, pinky towards pinky, saw it down. Flip the back hand up, draw your ear towards the knee and look behind you. Inhale up, exhale, twist, saw down, hold, try and draw the ear towards the knee, flip that back hand behind you, pull the belly in. Use your eyeballs. Inhale up, move a little faster. Exhale, saw, up. Exhale, saw, up. One more each way. Exhale, twist, saw, up. Last one, twist, saw, up, and release. Flip it over onto your stomach. for Swan prep, then Swan dive. Head rests on your stacked hands. Draw the belly button in towards the spine, and there's a little tack underneath your belly button. You're trying to lift that tack up, and notice the difference. This is my belly relaxed. Then I try and suck the belly button up. Keep that engagement as I lift up and down. Different. I'm not going to be able to lift up as much, but I'm going to protect the lower back and lengthen my spine. If I were to let my belly button go and do this, I could lift up higher, but I'm really crunching my lower back. To keep my core engaged and then lift up, it's more of a lengthening of the spine than a crunching. And subtle details may not even make sense to me. They're like, I can't tell the difference. I don't know what you're talking about. Because I was like that for a long time. But the more you do it, the more you'll get into those subtleties, those nuances of movement. Put your hands underneath your armpits. Lift up cobra. Even here, keep the belly button pulled in. Lower down, squeeze the glutes, lift the legs. Lift up, maybe you go to straight arms, maybe not. Go to where you can, keeping that belly engaged. Then you can start to speed it up. Keeping my body in one giant banana shape. Add the swan dive in if I'm feeling up to it. Again, an element of play, right? It's like an amusement park ride. Last 3, 2, 1. Push back, child's pose. Knees go wide, big toes barely touching. Hips sink down towards the heels. And give yourself a breath. Harnessing momentum. I think that's one of the key things as we get more into some more advanced moves of Pilates. You do use momentum and that flow, but you harness the momentum, which until you have control of your body, the momentum can get on top of you and hurt you. So it's always good, again, to kind of go where you need to go and build that foundation first. Double leg kick. Down onto your belly. Clasp the hands back behind you. Lay your cheek down onto the mat. Lift the legs up. Kick, actually grab on to that towel and put it in between your ankles. Flex the feet. Kick in for 3, 2, 1. Lengthen the legs. Lift up. Press your knuckles back. It's like you're on the bow of a ship. Keep the belly drawn in. Cheek over to the other side. Bend the elbows. Kick the heels in. 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Press hip bones down to the floor. Lower down. Kick in. 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Lower down. Switch your grip. Grip other finger on top. 3, 2, 1. Lift up. 2 more. Kick in. Hamstrings. Kick. Kick. Last time. Kick hard. Harder. Squeeze that towel. Lift up. And push back. Child's pose. Yeah. Knees go wide. Big toes barely touching again. All right, team. Again, speedy being through this. People think of Pilates as like, I don't know, Pilates sometimes has a reputation, for those who I think haven't done it, of like being this really, like you just lay there, very calm. Ooh, it is intense, not just muscularly, but once you get moving, yeah, we get moving quickly. We can get that cardio in as well. All right, into our half kneeling. Bring one foot out, the other arm out, tilt yourself down into our side kneeling. Squeeze the glute of the bottom leg and the top leg and keep this hip square right on top. Kick the leg forward, reach the leg back behind. Doing our side kicks in this kneeling position. If this does not feel accessible to you, you can come down and you can do this in our regular side kick position on our full side body. It's going to be more of a stability challenge to be up here. As we do this, same thing applies. I'm not moving, trying not to move my shoulders, not letting my hips go forward and back. Everything is a statue. It's just my leg moving. Press it long, do little lifts, side of the glute squeezes, side of the ankle lifts up towards the ceiling. Draw the belly in, push up from this bottom shoulder, lengthen. And breathe. Little circles around, maybe the size of like a volleyball. So enough to really get into that glute, challenge the standing leg, challenge the core to stabilize. Other way. But not so big that you're losing that stability. Good, bring this leg forward, flex the foot, heel up, toes trying to angle down, little lifts. Last little burn, get into that hip. It is kind of awkward. If you need to lay down your side, go for it. Press, press. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Get deep into that hip joint. Almost there. Keep drawing belly in. 3, 2, hold it up, hold. Release it down. Yeah, take that hip we just worked, take over to the side, side bend. I mean, we really worked both hips. That standing hip was also helping stabilize. Go over to the other side, stretch that one out too. Take your towel, put it in between your legs in tall kneeling. You're gonna show this from 2 different sides, right here. Squeeze your inner thighs together, press the hips forward, reach the arms out in front, a little hinge back, and come back up. As I hinge back, my spine is staying straight. Here's what it looks like to the side. Now squeeze the inner thighs together. A lot of times we do this exercise with our knees out. And if that feels more comfortable on your knee joints, go for it there. But really trying to find that midline squeeze if it is accessible to you. So trying to zip up through the inner thighs, and maybe that means you don't go back as far. I do not care for this particular one about how far back you go. It's about that inner thigh squeeze and that little hinge back. Just warming up this thigh stretch. We'll do the full thigh stretch after we hit the second side of our side kneeling side kicks. But what does it feel like to squeeze your inner thighs together and hinge back? Last one. Bring it up, over to the other side. Kick that leg out. Other hand goes down. Lift the leg up, square the hips, bring it forward, reach it back. All right, we know what we're doing. We've already done it. Don't hold back. But no, second side, never like the first because both legs are already more fatigued. Take that rest, take that shake out, modify, go down onto your side body if you ever need to. Also, both hips are different. This hip is popping a little bit more. For me, press into that bottom shoulder. Hold the leg out, lift it up towards the ceiling. Now do a little check-in. Put your hand back onto your glute, the glute meat, and make sure this muscle is squeezing. Don't worry about the leg. If I just squeeze my butt, the leg is gonna move. Maybe small, but then in focusing all of that work, initiating it through my muscle and not worrying about how high it goes, isolating into this area. Powerhouse, that's what we call all this area in Pilates. Circled around that volleyball size. Ooh, I'm feeling that toasty warmth coming in. Circle other way. Lengthen the leg out. Pull as long as you can. Bring that leg forward. Oh, here we go. Flex the foot, angle it down, lift it up. Check in with the core, make sure it's still drying in. Lengthen through the neck. And breathe. Yes, it's a lot in both of these hips, but we're almost there. Kick through that heel. 3, 2, hold it up, hold. Oh, shaky, shake, shake, bend it in. Yes, bring it down. Oh, shake out those hips. Whew. As some of you know, I am going to be planning on going back to school for somatic counseling, dance therapy, movement therapy. but I've been reading up on it and learning more about it. It's so fascinating, even if you're not going into that field, but if you want to move or just live a full, healthy, well life, look into it. It's amazing. But I've been, whew. Let me start this one, then I'll keep going. Thigh dance, full thing. So now knees are about hip width distance. Make sure that your feet are in line with your knees. Reach out, hinge back. Maybe now you can hinge back a little bit further. But I've been learning more and more, and I came across this really great phrase, which applies to not just movement and somatic counseling or trauma counseling or any psychology, psychotherapy, but our strengths are our journey and our weakness is our teacher. So the weaknesses we have, building that relationship with them where they're teaching us something, right? So as we approach any movement, any challenge in this session and beyond, trying to gain appreciation for the weaknesses, because they are making us grow and they are here to teach us a lot. Hold this one back, squeeze the glutes. Can you lift the arms overhead, biceps by the ears? Keep holding. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Ooh, thigh burn. All right, we're coming into that home stretch. Leg pulls and push-ups. Plank position. Let me show you a modified version of this. Stay in your quadruped, lengthen one leg back, adding that push-up. You just bend down and come up. Yeah, keep your body in one straight line. That's great. Otherwise, tuck the toes under, lift up into that plank position, reach one toe back behind you, add a push-up if you want to, down, up, put the foot down, switch, down, press, lengthen, keep going. If you need to adjust your hands, you can. Don't worry about how far down you go. Focus more on going to your limit. One more on each side. Last one. Push it back, child's pose. Oh, how much of a teacher was that one for you? Those are definitely some teachers. The push-ups is again, little Pilates kryptonite, which means it's gonna be a big teacher. Already has been a big teacher in my life. But we made it, we did it. Nice work, gang. All right, bring yourself up. Leg pull front. So we just did leg pull at plank position, back plank position. Different options for this one. If you have any wrist issues, take it down, take it into a glute bridge, extend one leg, extend the other leg, right? That's great. Lower down. Tabletop position. Fingers towards the thumbs, bend the knees, lift up, press the hips up towards the ceiling. Heel toe your feet together, try and squeeze the inner thighs together. Kick one leg up, other leg up. We're all gonna just stay here or be in that hip bridge position for the first set. It's like you're doing little can kicks up to the air. Your kicks may be down here. That's great too. It's more about finding that single leg balance. This is a big stretch into the biceps and shoulders as well. One more each leg. Good, lower down. Give yourself a little moment, a little shakeout. One more set of those. Option to go to full back plank. Same thing, fingertips face your glutes, dig your heels in, lift up the hips, all right? One more set, wherever you need to be. Take a deep breath. Let's go, press it up. Lift one leg up, lower down. Lift and lower. Lengthen, extend. Trying to kick that toe up towards the ceiling. One more each leg. Lower down, good. Fold it over. Little sway side to side. And breathe. Well done. Whatever ended up happening. Even if you wobbled, fell over, well done still. Even if you sat that one out in child's pose, awesome. Seal to standing. Another play moment, another fun moment. Grab on to your feet, to your ankles, clapping your feet 3 times, rolling back, clapping your feet 3 times. Roll back. Try and hold 1, 2, 3. Roll up, clap. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. So you're trying to find that moment of suspension. This is to me kind of like a rolling like a ball and an open leg rocker combined. Because if I lengthen my legs further back, I can balance a little bit longer. So again, you find where you need to go for your bodies, and maybe it doesn't happen every time. That's okay too. All right, our next one. As we roll up, plant the legs down and try to come all the way up to standing. Or get up to standing however you can. Nice work. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Ooh, heels together, toes apart. Now Pilates V. Squeeze the glutes. Some heel lifts up and down. Step it out wide. Bend it down. And add a little side bend here. Put the hand, the forearm onto the knee. Lift up, stretch over. It's really up on the thigh, not on the knee. Spiral your heart up towards the ceiling. Just open up through that hip. Getting some more side bending to our bodies as well. Working that spine in all directions. Lift up, come over to the other side. And strengthening into those legs, getting to that hip, trying to push that knee open. Giving a moment to settle the heart, perhaps. Get all the way up. Okay, last things. The end of your mat. Curl yourself down. Walk out to a plank position. Lower all the way down onto your stomach. Lift up to a swim. Back in. Push yourself up however you can and press back. Curl yourself up. Do that a few more times. Dive down, curl around the spine. Walk out with intention. Lower, slow, controlled elbows by your side, all the way down to the mat. Reach overhead, swim it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, lift it up, walk it back. Bend the knees, curl up. Last time, dive down. Walk out. Lower down. Swim it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Lift it up. Ooh, that one was a little slower for me. Curl it all the way up. Heels together, toes apart, Pilates V. Big arm circles around. Circle other way. Spinal twist, open up one way. Take those eyeballs back behind you again. Forward, other direction. Forward, again. Twisting, wringing out the torso. So again, with that kind of movement theory, somatic psychology, somatic counseling, and also just reading and learning more about our brains and neuroscience, movement is such an integral part to our brain health, to our emotional health, to our stress levels. Just moving our bodies, connecting to our bodies is a revolutionary thing. We very much underestimate movement and sleep, I think, in our society. They're both so important for us. We're gonna shake it out, lift the heels up, take some deep breath and breathing as well. Well, I would argue that's connecting to your body. It's part of the physical realm. And notice, how does your body feel at the end of this session? And just noticing Maybe seeing, being curious about if it feels different than when it first started, but not judging it. Hold the heels up. Reach the arms overhead. Try and find that length through the spine. Draw the belly in. 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Fluffing our aura. Take the hands together. Give ourselves some gratitude or some thanks. Give our body some love. Shake it out. Crosses up top. In the center. Down low. Lift the energy up and let it pour down on us. All right, Pilates 3, done. Way to go. I'm sweaty. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling it deep into the muscles, the joints, my spine, my bones, my very being. Hopefully we do get that deeper value behind this movement on a physical, mental, and emotional way. Movement is powerful. Way to go for moving your bodies today. Thank you so much for moving with me. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, sign up at patreon.com/movewithmidnight. You all know the drill. They get some extra perks and bonuses, but they also just help keep this channel going with their donations. If you're doing our full 4-week challenge, your journal prompt, I have a link to an interesting podcast if you want to check it out. But there is research around reframing stress and how that helps cultivate happiness and reduce our stress levels. Journal prompt today, think about reframing the stress in your life and how could it be useful? How could it be valuable? How could it make you a more loving person? How could that weakness be your teacher? And write about that. No right or wrong, just exploring these things and trying to reframe stress in a way that can be more beneficial to us. Check out the rest of our YouTube channel, our website. We have lots of other classes, other fun things going on. Connect with us on social media. If you want to show your gratitude, you can also like this video, subscribe to our channel, or share this video. Thank you so much again for moving your bodies with me, empowering ourselves through movement, taking care of ourselves holistically, coming together with our strengths and our weaknesses to be each other's journeys and each other's teachers. I so appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, everyone.